So I'm getting some panels on the van. I'm getting a couple of side panels for the side walls of the van. It has been an interesting experience, but it should work out pretty good. Righto, I've already done one panel. It's come up a treat. It looks great. I'm going to do the second one now, but I thought I'd take you guys on a little journey. I'll have a little bit of a yarn about what I've just tried to do and what I've done. Okay? Righto, let's cut some carpet. So yeah guys, there's a couple of different types of carpet you can get, like marine grade carpet. So you get marine grade automotive carpet and it's got like a backing on it. And then you've got this other stuff which is kind of like, it's stretchy, it doesn't have a backing on it, it's not as stiff. So it actually goes around corners and things like that quite nicely. So yeah, it's sort of what I've chosen to use for this application. And then when I do the bed, it will be on a thicker, a stronger carpet, purely for durability reasons. I'll see how this stuff goes. It should go alright once it's glued, but yeah, that was a concern. Rightio, cut this to size now. How did I make the boards? Well, the boards were tricky because I had the contours of the vans to work with. So I had to try and match up to the contours, the curves, and the angles on the van side panels. There was actually very much a difference on it. So I resorted to a cardboard template. And cardboard template come in really, really handy. It made the job a lot easier because it's a lot easier to work with cardboard than it is, what is that, 15mm, 16mm ply, 17mm ply, whatever it was. Yeah, so I did a cardboard template. It didn't work out perfect. I still actually had to put some tape on it towards the top to help, make up a gap that I had. So I used the tape as a reference point, so I knew where it was, where the gap was and stuff. So I think that technique worked out pretty okay. Then basically it was a matter of cutting it with a saw. So cutting them to length, I paired them up, so I put them back to back to make sure that they were pretty much going to be identical, because ideally the vehicle should have been identical. Those of you who aren't familiar with Contact, it is a product that blows my mind a little bit. So you have to wait for this, you have to wait for Contact to dry before it actually sticks, if that kind of makes sense. So So yeah, once I knew what I was doing with the cutting out, I cut out the boards accordingly using the track saw to get the rough sizes. Then obviously the curves with the jigsaw. All right, put a router edge around the edges as well. Give it a sand and everything. Use the plane to make sure it was all married up and nice and trimmed together. And yeah, I ended up with two boards that were pretty much identical. Those who do multiple units of stuff would understand exactly the technique, like, you know, pinning the boards together to make them stay the same, and, you know, keep that control on them. You're trying to get the contact to a point where it's not really tacky or anything. Like, it should be dry. There's some areas that are dry at the moment, but others that aren't. And you kind of want the carpet to be at the same level. So that both surfaces need to be at that sort of point of touch dry and not sticky. So, and then funnily enough, when the pieces come together, that's it. You don't move them. So I have a little trick. Nifty little trick that I worked out that I did before. Now, I've seen guys use dowels and things like that, but I actually have an old fence panel, an old gate panel, old fence panel, and I put that on there like that. Okay, that's going to hold the carpet up from the board, so that there's no accidental kind of, oh whoops, that shouldn't have gone there. So yeah, hopefully this will work. We'll give this a go. Well, there you have it. I have some panels now on the van. I'm genuinely pleased with them. They feel really good to see up. I'm glad it worked out. As you can see, I did sort of skip a section of the install. We had a bit of an issue with the camera and all that sort of fun stuff. Anyway, we missed it, but I used Sika. It's like a marine grade, automotive marine grade, it's black Sika.
and that's what was used to basically glue these into place, and they were held together by those braces and the vice clamps, the quick grips, Irwin quick grips. So yes, extremely happy with how they've come up. They're absolutely perfect. The idea of these was to hold things that I wanted to look after a little bit more than rather than just, you know, throwing them in a box or something. You know, things like a level. Eventually I'll put a level up, put some levels up here and stuff. I'll give them a home, and I'll show you what I've got here. I've got the clamps in a spot with the wedgies and stuff. I've got the saw mounted up somewhere, and it's just trying to find a spot for tools that kind of need a little bit of looking after, because if you don't look after them, then they go a bit rubbish and they're not really worthwhile using. So like anything really, any tools. So that's the next upgrade to the van, done and dusted. What's next and what's upcoming, I'll keep you posted. I genuinely feel I need to sort out what's going in here, down the bottom here. I got to put tracks. I want to be able to put levels in there. I want to get a big 2-meter level as well. So I want to set up a couple little pigeonholes for those, and then a drawer will go in there too. So again guys, a big thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for being a part of the channel. It always is genuinely appreciated. Love your feedback. Love to hear from you guys. It's always a big deal, and it means a lot. Okay, but otherwise, build on legends. You have a cracker of a week, and we'll chat again soon. Hey.